stretch sequence is a really good one to do as a warm-up for any kind of workout that you might be planning to do. So maybe you're going for a run, you might be planning to do a home workout, so perhaps you've got a few dumbbells at home and you're going to do some weights. Maybe you're going to do a HIIT workout, or even just going for a nice brisk walk. It's just a really good one to get all the major muscles in your body warmed up and stretched out. But you don't necessarily have to be about to go out and do a workout. It can also be done as a really nice little mini movement break during your day. So if you don't have time to get out for a workout, but you have got maybe 10 or so minutes and you just want to move and stretch your body in a really kind of nice flowing dynamic way, then you're in the right place. So we're going to start off with your feet together, and you're going to peel one foot up, so from the heel coming up onto the big toe of one foot and then placing it back down. So switching over to the other foot, peeling that foot up and then back to the first foot. So just really kind of stretching and moving those feet and just kind of feeling that nice connection with the floor. So ideally you want to be doing this in socks or bare feet rather than shoes, especially high heels. Maybe kick your heels off. Good. Okay, so bringing your feet out a little bit wider. So we're going to do a squat, and then we're going to peel our feet up off the floor one at a time. So squat, coming up, peeling one foot up and placing it back down into your squat. So you're just kind of moving from side to side as you come up out of your squat and peeling the feet up. Good. Two more. Good. One more. Okay, I'm going to turn side on so you can see what I'm doing here. You might want to hold on to something for balance for this one if your balance is not so good. So what you're going to do is you're going to swing one leg forward, you're going to swing it back and step into a calf stretch, okay? So you're going to swing your leg forward and then back into a calf stretch. So you're keeping the leg straight, the leg that goes out the back, keeping it straight, okay? So turning around, other leg, so swinging that leg forward and then back into your calf stretch. Good, into your calf stretch. Good, one more. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to take the toes out a little bit wider, so feet out a little bit wider and toes are turned out this time. You're going to bend your knees, so you want to make sure your knees are going in the same way as your toes. And then you're going to come up and over into a side bend, so reaching up and over. Good. So just reaching up. As you kind of warm up into it, you can just see if you can reach a little bit further. Now you're going to bring your hands down just by your knees, shuffle your feet out a little bit wider if you need to, and you're going to sink down and really feel the stretch through those inner thighs. Good. Okay, so back to bending and then reaching up and over. Reach, good. Reach, one more. Good, and then you're going to come down, sink down into it and really get a nice stretch into those inner thighs. Good. Okay, so now I'm going to turn side on so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to stretch out your calf again, and then you're going to step up and hug your knee up to your chest. So stepping back. Whoops, my balance is not so great on this side. Good. So again, if you want to hold on to something in the back of a chair, you can. Stretching back into the calf and hug that knee to that chest. Other leg. Stretching back, hug that knee up. Good. Hug that knee up to the chest. So you notice I'm not holding the stretches for a really long time in this sequence. That's because it's designed to be a dynamic stretch sequence. So we're kind of keeping moving rather than trying to hold the stretches for a really long time. Alright, so now you're going to come down onto the floor. So you want to have something soft under your knees. So if you've got carpet, that's great. Yoga mat, awesome. Okay, so we're going to start off in our hip flexor stretch. Hands on either side of your foot. You've got the option of staying here if you want to. Otherwise, you're going to tuck the toes under in your back foot and then coming up. Hold it there. You're going to pop that back knee down. You're going to transfer your weight back and you're going to straighten out the front leg. Okay? So we're back into the hip flexor stretch. This time you've got the option of stretching your arm up, same arm as the front leg, bring that hand down. You've got the option of coming up, and then if you've got your balance, you can bring your arms up over your head and then down to the ground, transferring your weight back, straightening that front leg. We're going to do that one more on this side, one more time on this side. So hip flexor stretch, optional rotation, bring the hands down, tuck the toes under if you want to, and you've got the option to come up, keep your balance, keep your core nice and strong, hands down, back knee comes down, transferring the weight back, straightening out through the front leg. Good, so we're going to do the same thing on the other leg. So get yourself into your hip flexor stretch. Hands down on either side. So you can stay here if you want to. If you want to tuck your toes under and come up, straightening that back leg, you can. Bring that, lower that back knee down. So transfer your weight back, shifting that weight back, straightening out through the front leg. Good. So we've got the option to add the rotation in here. So reaching the arm up, bringing the hand down, tuck the toes under if you want to, and then if you want to, you can bring your arms up. Good. And then we're down onto the ground, shifting the weight back, front leg straightens. Awesome. One more time. Add the rotation. Good. Hands down, tuck the toes under, bringing your hands up, hands come down, good, and then straightening that front leg. Well done. Okay, just coming down onto all fours. Okay, we're going to do a couple of cat and cow stretches here. So arching your back up, and then just letting your belly sink down, poking your bum up. Good, poking your bum out, rather I should say. Stretching up, good. Well done, one more. And well done. Okay, so come back to your neutral spine, so midway between those 2 points. You're going to straighten your right arm and lift it off the floor, lift right hand off the floor rather, and left leg, okay? So you're thinking length from tips of your fingers to the tip of your big toe, and coming down, switching over to the other side. Really nice and long, good. Coming down, and down, good. One more on each side. And last one. Good. Okay, down on all fours. You're going to sink your right arm underneath your left arm. So you're going to come down onto your right shoulder, right ear comes down onto the floor, and you're going to come up with the same thing on the other side. Good. Coming up. One more on each side. Good. Okay, so we're going to come into your downward facing dog. If for some reason you're not comfortable doing a downward facing dog, you can just step your feet in and come into a little ball, okay? And just hold it there to stretch out through the back of your legs, okay? Otherwise, you're going to tuck your toes under, coming up, push your heels down, hold it there for one more breath. Good. Walk your hands towards your feet. You're going to roll yourself up and roll your shoulders back, and we've just got one more stretch to do. So bring your hands out nice and wide, toes are pointing forwards, feet are about shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit wider, and you're going to fold forwards. Good, arms out nice and wide. You're going to come up, bring your arms up nice and high, bring your arms down to shoulder height, fold forward again, good. Arms coming up nice and high, bring your hands down by your side, walk your feet in, couple of shoulder rolls, and you're good to go. So either go and smash out your workout, or just enjoy the feeling of having had a nice little movement break in your day. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you again soon.